There's a silent battle raging within you, a war between clarity and chaos, between inner peace and the relentless storm of thoughts. Overthinking is a trap, a cycle that binds the mind, draining energy, paralyzing action, and clouding wisdom. But what if the key to breaking free was hidden in the teachings of an ancient Shaolin master? Imagine standing atop a mist-covered mountain, the wind whispering through bamboo forests, as a master watches the ripples on a still pond. A disturbed mind, he says, is like water in turmoil. It cannot reflect the moon. His words are simple, yet they hold a secret long forgotten in the modern world: the art of mastering the mind. Shaolin monks are not just warriors of the body, they are warriors of the mind. For centuries, they have cultivated a rare wisdom, one that allows them to silence doubt, embrace the present, and act with unwavering focus. This is not just philosophy, it is a path, a method, a system refined through centuries of discipline and meditation. Today, we will uncover 7 powerful keys passed down through generations of Shaolin wisdom, secrets that will help you break free from the endless loop of overthinking and reclaim the clarity that is your birthright. These are not mere techniques. They are principles rooted in the deepest truths of the human mind. If you have ever felt trapped in a cycle of self-doubt, hesitation, or mental exhaustion, this is your moment. Because once you understand the way of the Shaolin, overthinking will no longer hold power over you. Now, let us journey into the heart of ancient wisdom and unveil the hidden truths that will set your mind free. The mind is both a weapon and a prison. It can carve through illusions like a sword, yet it can also entangle itself in an endless web of thoughts, fears, and doubts. This battle between clarity and confusion is nothing new. Monks, mystics, and sages across time have sought to master it, but few ever find the art of mental discipline as the Shaolin monks have. To understand the Shaolin way of thinking, we must travel back over 1,500 years to the heart of ancient China, where a wandering Indian monk named Bodhidharma arrived at the Shaolin temple. He did not come to teach combat. He came to teach stillness. He brought with him the profound teachings of Zen, a philosophy that demanded direct experience over intellectual analysis, action over hesitation, presence over overthinking. But when Bodhidharma arrived, he found the monks physically and mentally weak, unable to maintain the deep meditation required to reach enlightenment. He retreated into a cave, where legend says he meditated for 9 years, facing a wall in complete silence. When he emerged, he brought with him teachings that would forever transform the Shaolin order. Through rigorous discipline, physical training, and deep meditative practices, the monks learned to tame the restless mind. They understood something that modern psychology is only beginning to grasp, that overthinking is not intelligence. It is a disease of the untamed mind. Shaolin philosophy teaches that the mind, like water, must flow, but must not be chaotic. It should be adaptable, but not uncontrolled. It should move with precision, but not hesitation. When overthinking takes over, energy is wasted, and action is paralyzed. The great Zen master Taekwondo Soho once wrote, "The imperturbable mind is like a still mountain lake. Whatever appears is reflected perfectly, but the lake itself remains unmoved." This is the secret of the Shaolin. Mental clarity is not achieved through control, but through presence. In the West, we have been conditioned to believe that constant thinking is a sign of intelligence. But Shaolin wisdom teaches us that true intelligence is knowing when to think and when to let go. The overactive mind is like a clenched fist that holds on too tightly, exhausting itself in the process. This is why Shaolin monks have developed techniques to silence mental noise, sharpen focus, and embrace effortless action. These techniques are not about suppressing thoughts, but about redirecting the mind's energy toward clarity and purpose. In the next section, we will begin unraveling the 7 powerful keys that Shaolin Masters use to transcend overthinking and move through life with effortless precision and deep inner peace. Are you ready to unlock the first keys to mental mastery? The Shaolin monks have a saying: "The mind makes a good servant, but a terrible master." Overthinking is a sign that the mind is taking control, spiraling into endless loops of doubt, worry, and hesitation. But the ancient masters discovered a way out. Here are the first 3 of the 7 powerful keys to stop overthinking and reclaim the calm, decisive clarity that Shaolin wisdom offers. Key 1. The power of no mind, Wu Xin. In the West, we are taught that intelligence comes from constant thought, but Shaolin monks understand a deeper truth. Real wisdom arises when the mind is silent. In Zen and Shaolin teachings, there is a state called Wu Xin, or no mind. It does not mean the absence of thought. It means the absence of mental clutter. A monk in no mind does not analyze, second-guess, or hesitate. He simply acts with precision and presence. Imagine a swordsman in battle. If he stops to overthink his next move, he is already dead. The same principle applies to everyday life. When we overthink, we delay, we doubt, we distort reality. How to apply it? When you catch yourself spiraling into overthinking, pause. Take a deep breath and focus on what is right in front of you. Shift your attention from thoughts to action. Even a small movement, like standing up or taking a step forward, breaks the loop. Train yourself to trust the moment. Overthinking arises when we lack trust in our own mind's ability to respond. Key 2. The one-strike principle. Shaolin monks train to strike without hesitation. In combat, hesitation means defeat, but this principle applies far beyond martial arts. In daily life, overthinking happens when the mind is trapped between options. Should I say this or that? Do this or that? The Shaolin answer: choose, act, move on. Mastering the one-strike principle means treating decisions like a sword strike. Decisive, singular, and final. It doesn't mean acting recklessly, but rather trusting your inner wisdom to guide you without getting lost in endless deliberation. How to apply it? The next time you find yourself caught in indecision, give yourself a time limit. 5 seconds for small choices, 1 minute for bigger ones. Commit to your decision. Regret is another form of overthinking. Once a choice is made, move forward with conviction. Train yourself with small things first, choosing a meal, picking a route, sending a message, so the habit of quick clarity becomes natural. Key 3. The 3-breath reset. Overthinking thrives on mental momentum, thoughts piling on top of each other, snowballing into stress. But Shaolin monks know that breaking the momentum is the key to regaining control. They use an ancient technique called the 3-breath reset, a method to instantly disrupt overthinking and return to presence. How to apply it? When you feel overwhelmed by thoughts, stop everything. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold for 3 seconds and exhale slowly. Do this 3 times. With each breath, imagine your mind becoming like a still pond, allowing clarity to emerge. This simple practice has been used for centuries by monks before battle, before meditation, before any important action. It teaches the mind to reset instantly, preventing it from falling into spirals of doubt. These are the first 3 Shaolin keys to mastering the mind. But We are only halfway through the journey. In the next section, we will unveil four even deeper secrets that monks use to eliminate overthinking at its root, unlocking a state of effortless action, deep focus, and inner stillness. Are you ready to continue? We have already uncovered three powerful Shaolin keys to breaking free from overthinking: no mind, Wu Xin, the one-strike principle, and the three-breath reset. But there's more to this ancient wisdom. To truly master the mind, a Shaolin monk does not merely silence overthinking. He transforms it into clarity, purpose, and action. The next four keys go beyond stopping overthinking. They rewire the way you think so that the habit of hesitation dissolves permanently. Let us continue the journey. Key 4. The flow of motion, Yidong Budong. One of the greatest causes of overthinking is stagnation. When the body is still for too long, the mind starts racing. The Shaolin Masters understood this and developed a principle called Yidong Budong, using movement to control movement. In essence, motion dissolves mental resistance. Have you ever noticed that ideas come to you more easily when walking? That stress seems to lift after a short exercise. This is not a coincidence. Physical movement disrupts overthinking. Shaolin monks use dynamic meditation, a practice where movement itself becomes a form of mindfulness. Whether through kung fu drills, qigong, or simple breathing exercises, movement allows them to break free from mental paralysis and enter a state of flow. How to apply it? The next time you catch yourself stuck in an overthinking loop, stand up immediately and move. Stretch, walk, or even shake out your hands. Use movement as a tool for mental resets. If you are stuck in thought for more than a few minutes, change your posture, location, or activity to disrupt the cycle. Experiment with walking meditation, a slow, deliberate form of movement where you focus entirely on the sensation of each step. This trains the mind to be present while in motion. Key 5. The three-question rule. Shaolin monks do not waste energy on unnecessary thought. They use direct clarity to cut through mental noise. One of their simplest, yet most effective techniques is the three-question rule. When faced with overthinking, they ask themselves, is this thought useful? Can I take action on it right now? If not, why am I holding on to it? If the answer to the first two questions is no, the thought is discarded instantly, is seen as mental clutter, not worth entertaining. This practice trains the mind to prioritize clarity over chaos, eliminating useless loops of worry, regret, or imagined scenarios. How to apply it? The next time you find yourself overthinking, pause and apply the three-question rule. If the thought is not useful or actionable, let it go. Redirect your mind to the present. Over time, this method becomes automatic, teaching your mind to think only when necessary. Key 6. The empty cup mindset. Overthinking often comes from trying to control everything, seeking all answers before acting, demanding certainty before moving forward. But Shaolin wisdom teaches that the mind, like a cup, must first be empty before it can be filled with clarity. A famous Zen story illustrates this. A scholar once visited a Zen master, asking to be taught the way of enlightenment. As the master poured tea, he kept pouring even as the cup overflowed. "Why do you keep pouring?" the scholar asked. The master replied, "Like this cup, your mind is already full. Before I can teach you, you must first empty it." Overthinkers often cling to knowledge as a way to feel safe, but true wisdom comes from surrendering to the unknown, trusting that the answers will come as you move forward. How to apply it? When faced with uncertainty, remind yourself, the cup must be empty before it can be filled. Stop seeking perfect answers before acting. Instead, take action and allow clarity to emerge naturally. Let go of the need to control every outcome. Some of the best decisions arise from embracing the unknown. Key 7. The art of letting thoughts pass. Perhaps the most powerful Shaolin technique for stopping overthinking is not fighting thoughts at all. Instead, they practice non-attachment, allowing thoughts to rise and fall without grasping onto them. Imagine sitting by a river, watching leaves float downstream. Each leaf is a thought. You do not have to stop the river. You do not have to pick up each leaf. You simply observe as they pass. This practice is called Wu Xin, sitting and forgetting. Instead of battling thoughts, monks let them appear, acknowledge them, and allow them to drift away. In doing so, overthinking loses its grip. How to apply it? The next time you feel overwhelmed by thoughts, sit quietly for 1 minute and imagine each thought as a leaf floating down a river. Instead of resisting thoughts, observe them without attachment. They will naturally dissolve on their own. Train yourself to see thoughts as passing clouds, temporary, fleeting, and not worth clinging to. These 7 powerful Shaolin keys are not just mental tricks. They are ways of living that can transform the way you think, act, and experience reality. In the next section, we will explore how to integrate these teachings into daily life with practical exercises and mindset shifts that will help you break free from overthinking permanently. Are you ready to take the next step toward true mental mastery? Knowing the wisdom of the Shaolin monks is one thing, but applying it in everyday life is where true transformation happens. Overthinking is not a habit that disappears overnight. It is like a vine that has grown wild in the mind, wrapping itself around every thought, every decision, every action. The only way to remove it is through consistent practice, just as a Shaolin monk trains daily to master both mind and body. Here, we will take the 7 Shaolin keys and turn them into actionable exercises that will train your mind to silence overthinking, make clear decisions, and move through life with effortless focus and inner peace. Daily Shaolin practices to stop overthinking. 1. No mind in action, the 5-second rule. To develop Wu Xin in no mind, you must train yourself to stop hesitating. Overthinking thrives on delay. The longer you wait, the stronger the mental resistance. Fire exercise. Anytime you catch yourself stuck in indecision, count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ACT. This trains the brain to move before the mind can trap you in thought loops. Start with small decisions, sending a message, picking an outfit, choosing food, then apply it to bigger choices. Over time, your mind will learn that clarity comes from action, not from endless thinking. 2. The one-strike decision ritual. The one-strike principle is about making decisions quickly and moving forward without regret. The more you train this, the more natural it becomes. Fire exercise. Each morning, set a 30-second timer and make a decision you have been putting off. Whether it is starting a new habit, sending an email, or choosing a direction, decide and commit. If regret or doubt creeps in later, repeat the mantra, "What is done is done. I walk forward." This eliminates the habit of second-guessing and sharpens your mind for decisive action. 3. The 3-breath reset, a mental breaker. Anytime you find yourself caught in mental spirals, the 3-breath reset can snap you out of it instantly. Fire exercise. Stop everything. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Hold for 3 seconds. Exhale slowly. Repeat 3 times while focusing only on the breath. As you exhale, imagine releasing the weight of unnecessary thoughts. This technique interrupts mental noise and restores clarity in under a minute. 4. Flow state training, breaking mental stagnation. Shaolin monks never allow their minds to be trapped in stagnation. They use movement to clear their thoughts. Fire exercise. When feeling mentally stuck, stand up and move, stretch, walk, shake out your hands, or do light exercise. If overwhelmed, practice walking meditation. Walk slowly, focusing on each step with full presence. This shifts your mental energy into physical flow, preventing the mind from overloading itself. 5. The 3-question mind filter. Overthinking is like mental hoarding. Too many thoughts fighting for space. The 3-question rule helps declutter your mind. Fire exercise. When caught in repetitive thoughts, ask yourself, is this thought useful? Can I take action on it right now? If not, why am I holding on to it? If the answer is no to the first 2, mentally discard the thought and move on. This reprograms the brain to let go of useless mental noise. 6. The empty cup technique. Embracing uncertainty. A rigid mind overthinks because it fears the unknown. The empty cup mindset trains you to trust the process instead of obsessing over perfect answers. Fire exercise. Each morning, remind yourself, today I empty my cup. Anytime you feel stuck overanalyzing, say, I do not need all answers to take action. Accept that clarity comes through movement, not through mental overpreparation. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to let go of control and embrace flow. 7. Letting thoughts pass, the river method. Overthinkers cling to thoughts, giving them too much power. A Shaolin monk lets thoughts come and go like passing clouds. Fire exercise. Sit quietly for 1 minute and observe your thoughts as if they were leaves floating down a river. Do not judge, engage, or resist. Simply watch. If a thought pulls you in, gently bring your focus back to the river. This practice rewires your relationship with thoughts, teaching you that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of them. Integrating these teachings into daily life. Mastering these techniques does not mean you will never overthink again. It means that when overthinking arises, you will know exactly how to break free. Daily Shaolin anti-overthinking routine. Morning ritual. Empty cup mindset. Start the day open and free from mental clutter. Decision training. Use the 5-second rule for small choices. Mental reset. If caught in overthinking, do the 3-breath reset or move immediately. Flow state practice. When stuck in thought, engage in movement or walking meditation. Mind filtering. If overwhelmed, use the 3-question rule to remove useless thoughts. Let go practice. End the day with 1-minute river meditation, training the mind to detach. If you commit to this for just 1 week, you will begin to feel a shift. Clarity replacing mental fog. Action replacing hesitation. Peace replacing doubt. The wisdom of the Shaolin monks is not just about stopping overthinking. It is about mastering the mind, learning when to think, when to act, and when to let go. Overthinking is like a tangled rope. The more you pull, tighter it gets. The Shaolin way is different. It does not fight thoughts, it redirects them, flows past them, and transcends them. With these 7 keys, you now hold the ancient tools to silence mental noise, sharpen your mind, and move through life with effortless clarity. The next time overthinking creeps in, remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the master of them. Fire which of these techniques will you try first? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more powerful wisdom like this, don't forget to subscribe.